Okay, attempt number 3. You
It's
said
like
you need
4.
4. Is it 4?
I think so.
Just fucking iPhone storage. I just need a camera. That's what I've come to the conclusion with. You said you need to make me a list?
Yes, you need a list of animes to watch.
I do have a list. It's just that my sister watches them without me.
Watch
And
them
I
by
also
yourself.
take way too long when it comes to that. I haven't finished Attack on Titan. I haven't finished it.
Which is crazy. I think that's like the best show to ever exist.
Well, I have 1 episode left. So calm down. It's the last one.
It's been out for like
a year.
Yeah.
That's not that long.
Or what are you holding on to?
The reason is actually quite sad. I'm in denial. I'm not ready for it.
Okay, but the last episode was so good. I'm gonna tell you everything that happened.
Please don't.
Yeah,
I've already had enough spoiled.
I'm shocked. It's been a year.
Oh no, the spoilers didn't come within the year. They came within the week that the episode came out.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I can't relate.
Same thing with JJK. She really wanted me to get to JJK for the Shibuya incident. I wasn't going to. But she really wanted me to get through that so I could get to that part. But I had so much shit spoiled for that part. So it was just unfortunate.
Okay. Well, on that list would probably be Erase, Death Note.
She's already watched that. I actually
Tokyo Revengers.
I already actually told her, about Death Note, and then she watched it alone, and she's like, it's okay.
I really like it.
Okay.
And once you watch it, you probably think I might relate to the main character. I wouldn't get offended if you said that, but you might think that. I don't know why. Do you know anything about it?
I know he goes around killing people.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No. Because
what?
What we talked about earlier,
debrief me real quick.
About the Civil War,
That will come later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You probably think that maybe I relate.
Okay, so
if I ever
just a rebel.
Yeah.
Rioter.
I'm definitely not a serial killer, and I don't plan to be one.
What's his name? Light?
Yeah. Light Yagami.
Okay.
I don't like that guy.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying if I had a Death Note, I would go off crossing people off left and
I thought
right.
you would just, I thought you wrote the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Figuratively, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I would not. Like I said, I wouldn't start a Civil War. But once it started, I would participate. Whatever. What else? Anyways, Death Note would be on it. Tokyo Revengers, Erase. Full Metal Alchemist is a really good one.
I kind of know the spoiler ended that. There's it
doesn't matter.
No? Okay.
Just watch it. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, knowing what happens at the end doesn't dispute from the story.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. It'll be a long one. And it'll be showing, because I feel like that's your cup of tea. With the 2 animes you've watched.
I don't know. I think, do these animes have good soundtracks as well? Because I'm gonna be honest, that is also
Attack on Titan set the bar really high.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Naruto has a really good one. Bluebird, I think, is one of the best anime songs, just in general. One Piece has a good one. Not that you would ever watch that.
Nope. I don't know when I'm gonna get the time to watch a show that is, what are they at? 1200?
You don't have to sit down and watch it and never leave until you finish. You can just watch a couple episodes here and there. 3 a week.
Even if I do that.
Yeah.
I'm putting I don't know. I just feel like that would just take forever.
It took me 3 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it on and off. It took me a while to get past it. So, the first, year, I had to restart it 3 different times. But then when I finally, locked in, it took me, 2 years.
Is it attention span? Is it filler?
When I first started, like I said, it's, kind of boring in the beginning. But then someone pushed me and I got like past like the 300th episode. I was like, wow, this is really good.
Oh my god. Yeah, every single time we talk about One Piece, the number gets larger and larger in terms of the times that it's like...
I've always said 300. 296 is the exact episode where I realized like this is the best like piece of like
this
cinema
is like when the story gets good.
Yeah, because they focus a lot on the background and the plot. So the first couple hundred are building up the plot. You don't really know where it's going. And then once you see it, it's like, wow.
Okay.
And then this is like crack. You just want to keep going and keep doing it.
Oh, it's that good, isn't it?
Not that I know, but I'm assuming, so.
Well, no one was alleging that you knew what crack was like. I know what you meant. I knew what you meant. Like you were saying it's addicting.
Yeah. Have you ever met a One Piece fan who like said it wasn't that good?
I've met you.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all you need. It's really good.
I guess, I think every single person I've talked to about anime has the same sentiment that I do in regards to the show. That it's just like,
how could they watch it?
No, I just told you they have the same sentiment that I have in the show. It's like, I can't get involved in the show that is like 1,200 episodes.
Well, did I ever tell you why I started watching it?
No.
Okay, I had just finished Naruto, and I thought that was the best thing ever. And then somebody told me about One Piece, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I said the same thing. I was like, you're insane.
Yeah,
your show is terrible.
When did you get into that show?
2021.
Okay.
I would say. But I had the same hesitance.
So you literally caught up like this year.
Well, because they're still releasing episodes.
Yeah, but to your point, it took you 3 years to catch up.
No, I caught up in like December of last year. But like I said, like the year before, like I was just like fucking around and I kept having to restart. But I only watched it because I wanted to prove a point.
What is that?
I thought that I was going to be able to watch it and be like, okay, Naruto is better. Because he, accomplished his goal.
Your drive is different. I promise you, the average person does not operate like that. The average person does not.
I know. Yeah, I know.
That drive is crazy.
I'm an avid hater. Like, me and Kendrick get
that's
along.
insane.
I dedicated myself to watch it because I thought I would be really good. Like, I thought I would watch it and, like, point out the different ways that it was worse than Naruto. And I wanted the data for myself. I'm a first hand. I like to know things for myself.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
But that's still insane.
I know. Yeah. But I can't say something is better than something if I haven't seen those two things. And I'm not going to take any more.
I say that all the time.
Yeah, and that's why we're different. And that's why I don't take your opinions that seriously sometimes.
Very fair.
Yeah, you can't know unless you know for yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we doing?
Okay, hold on.
Hi guys, welcome to Changing My Ways. I'm here with Vaughn Vincent, one of my close friends. He is very cool, very chill, very smart. Very smart to invite me on the podcast.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're keeping that. Okay, yeah. That's perfectly fine. Let's start off with my first activity that I like to do when I have a guest on here. Essentially it's a one high, one low. I got it from the podcast Speak Easy. Pretty self-explanatory. Essentially, I'm just gonna ask you what is something that you're excited about or something that is going on in this week that you were happy to that you persevered through, and then one low just being essentially the exact opposite.
Which one should I do first?
Let's do the low.
Okay, my low is that I have to work Saturday. And it's, okay, hear me out. My job, it's not like, oh my gosh, that's not my biggest issue in life.
Yeah.
It's not my biggest issue in life.
Yeah.
It's right now, they want me to work outside.
It's freezing outside.
Freezing outside.
Just out there,
it feels like 6 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, outside in the cold for like 8 to 8 hours while it's snowing.
What are you doing? I just completely, for whatever reason, haven't even asked that yet. Like, what are you doing out there?
I'm freezing my ass off this way. Getting frostbite. Continuing warming up this way. I sell insulation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And I talk to people. So, like, I worked this event last week when it was 20 degrees outside. And it was snowing. But they had me out there for 5 hours. And only 2 people showed up to greet. So they did not want insulation.
Is there a reason they have you outdoors?
Yeah, my boss quit. So, outdoors. Okay. I thought you were going to say about myself.
You know what? Just go where you were going to go.
Yeah.
And then we can go out
My
there.
manager who hired me on quit. And so I was going to have somebody else. And we were going to be able to, like, run back to the car and take turns, you know, warming our hands for the 8 hours. But she quit, so it's just me. No, I'm not getting paid extra. No, they don't care about me, clearly. What was the other?
Let's move to one high. Let's just move to one high.
I'm just like, I get depressed just thinking about it.
Oh my god. Well, I was gonna ask, like, why are you out? I guess, yeah, I was gonna ask before you.
I guess it's
why are you outside?
It's like a festival, and it's normally outside.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. It's for, like, Holly Dickinson, some old guy who they're celebrating every year. I don't know. I never heard of the guy before, but
Okay.
his festival. If I met the guy, I wouldn't like him because he has me out in the cold. He should have told them when they started, let's have this inside with heat. That's what he should have said. He didn't. They probably had it after he died. I don't know. But, my high.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Is that my boyfriend completed his program and he will be back, home Saturday, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a 11-hour drive, and it'll probably be longer because of the snow. The roads are really bad. So, yeah, I haven't seen him since November. It's crazy. Long distances are rough. I make it look easy.
Okay.
Because I'm cool.
Okay. Okay. my one high, is probably just doing this podcast.
It's a cool podcast. I watched some of the videos there. It's pretty chill.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like also the fact having a guest. I'm not necessarily trying to prop you up because you did that enough.
Thank you. But I'm not getting paid, but he did give me food. So slay. I can be bought with food. So I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, so this podcast.
You're low.
I appreciate, and I also appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
One low. I don't know if I have one this week. It's like, it's been relatively chill.
Chill.
Oh, no.
I bet you if you were.
Oh, no. Getting a ticket. Getting pulled over. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Like, how much was that?
I mean, we don't need to.
That's insane.
We don't need to. No?
Yeah.
We don't need to. You should probably.
That would be a low.
Take care of yours, though.
I'll pay it when I pay it. They're not knocking on my door yet. But I cannot visit my boyfriend until I pay it. Right. They're not gonna let me cross the border. I'll pay it. I'll pay it.
Okay. So, first thing I guess I want to start this off is, I know that you're into art.
Yeah.
What is, like, the reason you got into it?
Okay. 2 versions. Do you want the short, simple one, or do you want the long, traumatic one? I'm fine either way.
Let's just go with. Are you okay with giving the traumatic?
Yeah, I mean, everybody who, like, I love and know and care for.
I don't, you know what, you give the version you want. I don't want to make you. I really don't feel comfortable giving that decision because I feel
it's
like
your podcast.
But I feel like if I say the long traumatic, I feel like I'm like exploiting you for content, and that's not what I want to do.
Yeah, he's exploiting me, guys. Actually, like 10 minutes ago, he told me I had to get it started.
That's not what I said.
Verbatim. He's like, yeah, I need more content. I need more views. Please go as depressing and deep as you want.
If we're being honest, I told you when I came on this podcast, I didn't want you to have a filter.
I'm just kidding.
Please give whatever version you want.
Okay. So, I started off like drawing when I was younger.
Okay.
I had like a couple art classes, so I was like introduced to it at a young age. Mm-hmm. But really like drove me to it was my childhood. It was like pretty traumatic. My dad was like mentally and verbally abusive to me, and he was like kind of physically abusive to my siblings. And so I found that as a way to kind of channel my emotions throughout that period. And I also, like, living with him, we moved around a lot. I was at a new school, like, every year. It was hard making friends, so I just, like, poured all that energy into art. This is what he wanted. He told me to go this route.
Oh, my God. You know what? When I texted you to be on this episode, you specifically said, I don't want to get you canceled.
I did say that.
Yeah. I see you're trying to...
Because I might.
Oh, my God. Like, we can't have one serious moment on here.
That
like,
was serious.
I know, but the way you just transitioned into just like, oh yeah, you wanted me to tell that whole story, by the way. It's just like...
Well, it's like, I joke about it, because like, you know, it is traumatic.
I know, but it's like, please don't put that on me. As if like, I need that. Like, we could just cut that part out.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Give the people what they want.
That's the white guy.
See, I'm serious. You're not. Get it together.
Yeah. I guess I need to. But that's really cool.
The abuse is cool.
No, why were you doing? No, the way you were able to turn like something that was painful in your childhood and make that a passion, and not just a passion, something that you're like really good at. By the way. Instagram page, Art by Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy's 2 A's. Yeah.
That's some really cool stuff out there. Go check that out. I'll put that in a link on the video.
Yeah, my latest show, my senior show, I did all pieces of like my family with my mom. Okay. Because I'm like living with my mom now. We have a great relationship, so I think that's very special. So I did a portrait of us. That's good. And I have one with all my siblings. Cool. I can teach you how to paint.
I mean, honestly, for arts, I kind of, maybe someday. Mm-hmm. I think for arts, I kind of want to stay, like, with music. Okay. Like, I don't know. It's just, I've known...
Because you play the piano?
Yeah. Okay. And also, I just want to relearn the guitar. That's something, I drifted away from that, like, I want to say probably 10 years ago. Right. I just went straight to like percussion, like drums, piano, keyboard, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I truly love guitar. And also in just like dancing, like just music is just something that I feel like.
I saw.
Yes, you did. That was a great album. Did you hear the whole thing?
I'm not like a major Kendrick fan, so I did not. And that's not to say I'm a Drake fan, I'm not, but like, I did not listen to the album.
No one said that.
But I did watch your video, and I saw some of your moves.
Yeah. No, but it's, okay. Like, I really enjoyed that album. And then just like his music, as of late, has just been something I can really relate to. Mm-hmm. Like, there's not many artists, at least to me, I feel like, or maybe it's just because I listen to just like, I only listen to really like mainstream acts, I guess is a problem. I don't really like venture out into like underground artists or people who are made for like independent artists. Yeah.
I like a lot of indie.
I think it's just the algorithm. Like
well, you have to go out and search.
Yeah.
A lot of not a lot, but some mainstream now were underground at one point.
Well, yeah. It's just like, it's so saturated, especially with like streaming and like these, like the labels. They're not, they're only pushing like their major acts that they've had for years. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
That's fair. I don't know. I ventured away from rap too, so I can't really say too much about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird because my Spotify rap these past couple years, like in 2020, it was J. Cole. 2021, J. Cole. 2022.
Really? I didn't
know.
It
was Imagine Dragons. And then number two was J. Cole.
I did not know you were that big of a J. Cole fan.
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite album from him? If you say Forest Hills Drive, oh my god.
Well, I grew up on that. But I like his singles.
Okay.
Like.
So you like Grippy?
I like to pretend that doesn't exist. For my mental health. I've heard it when it was big, on TikTok, but I never listened to it. I never forced myself through that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's all. You preserve your perception of how you see him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's still my top rappers of 2021 and 2022.
Yeah.
Because the whole Big Three conversation kind of got thrown out after Kendrick did what he did, but it's he kind of went out in a way that I didn't expect him to.
Cole?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was sad to see, honestly.
Here's the thing. I'm not talking about him bowing out in terms of.
Oh, I'm talking about the Grippy.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I'm more talking about the Port Antonio song. I think that he released. It was essentially a response to the whole back and forth.
I didn't listen to that either. That whole situation. After he left, I respected that.
I did too.
Yeah. So the two songs.
Granted, at the end, okay. Well, because there's two angles from it. Lots of people respected it, but at the same time, it's he's been talking as if he's the best.
Cole?
Yeah.
He is.
Well, you can't do what he did, but also talk as if you're the best.
I think what it was is that his beef wasn't with Kendrick, and Kendrick made that clear. So he didn't.
Well, then he wouldn't have made 7-Minute Drill.
I feel that was more directed at Drake.
That was literally directed at Kendrick. He literally said, some of his albums were he literally told Kendrick he fell off.
Okay.
And then he went to his Dreamville Fest and apologized. It's I respect the apology. Especially if that's not something you want to get into, but it's if you gonna put that out,
the thing is, Kendrick, okay, his songs, his.
And I know his phone was
really
on fire in regards to you need to respond with this Kendrick. It's oh, fuck the big three, it's just me, big me. So, but it's I don't know, just the way he was moving within these last couple of years, not couple of years, just years of the way he should just be hopping on features and just killing rappers. It was just he was moving as if he was the best, talking as if he was the best. This.
He still is.
Okay.
Obviously with Kendrick and this new, I didn't listen to the album, so I can't say that. With the new disc, I think H. Kendrick showed a different level. Kendrick has always been that, but he wasn't releasing as much as, other rappers in his group would. So, it's a little different. But.
Define, who would you say is in his group?
On his level?
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was always Kendrick and Cole.
Really?
I think they were
Drake's
always
not in there for you.
No, Drake's more of a pop artist. I wouldn't call him a rapper.
Oh, come on.
He is. He's a pop artist.
He's a rapper. He's a rapper who makes pop music. I think that's not fair.
He is not lyrically blessed.
Don't do that. What are you talking about?
As Kendrick and Cole.
Okay, I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, so that's what I think when you talk about Kendrick's level, there are layers to his music and his lyrics. Cole does that on that level as well.
Okay. But you also have to understand, his form of creativity and art. Kendrick... No, well, let's just talk about Kendrick, J. Cole. Yeah. I put Kendrick and J. Cole, next to each other, and then Drake separate. But that's also because I feel Drake plays the pop charts, Billboard, mainstream
game. He does. And I think that's a lot different.
Where Kendrick and J. Cole really don't. If
they don't have to. Their songs speak for themselves.
But it's if they make a hit, they make a hit. It's just that they see it as producing art, where it's for Drake, it's
I guess for me, I respect that more.
Okay.
Than being relevant. Drake, he tries to be relevant, and he does. What he did with, what's this one? Kiki, Do You Love Me? What he did with God's Plan. A lot of those are just hits in their own time,
you talking about Scorpion. That was,
Well, I mean, I think
he
has been relevant.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that whole, this whole lawsuit that's going on with him? There's so many parts about that, about him saying, streams are being faked for Kendrick's Not Like Us.
Yeah, he's just a crybaby.
But it's like, I've seen so many articles of, I honestly didn't know this at the time. I did acknowledge, like, back in 2018, I was listening to a lot more Drake music, and I thought that was naturally, but apparently the album was pushing that a lot more, and apparently, like, there was, like, screenshots of Drake's music being put in, like, you know how Spotify has their own, like, creative playlists?
Yeah, I don't use those, but yeah.
But, like, his music was popping up in these playlists where it's, like, this type of song would be classified
to get his
in that
songs
genre.
Pushed up?
Not him, like, the label.
Maybe. I could see that. But also, he's more popular than, like, now, last year has begun his downfall. So...
Well, a downfall in terms of self-image or artistry?
I feel like his artistry...
Because that's been begun since Views.
Yeah, a long time ago. But, his image now. A lot of people, like... Drake fans, they would, like, swear on him no matter what he did.
Those are some of the most annoying...
I don't think that group is as large as it is anymore. With, like, this whole Kendrick thing. Because I don't know if you remember, but when Kendrick first released, what's the song called?
Euphoria, Like That, or
whatever.
That, yeah.
He had a concert, or Drake had a concert in Toronto, and his DJ played Kendrick's diss, and like the whole stadium was singing it.
But that has nothing to do with like Toronto. It's just like because that was a hit song.
That was in Toronto.
Yeah, but that's a hit song. That was like the song of the. That was like the song of the spring.
Well, if you're at a concert for an artist, are you gonna like really rap their diss? Like, I think that's crazy to say.
I don't know.
I mean, which is why I would say that this group isn't as popular. I think this is
but also, I wouldn't say every artist who goes to his concerts are like, that's why I said stans. Yeah. They're fans. I wouldn't say every artist, like, also in regards to like this rap beef, not many people are really that invested in terms of the outcome of it. They just like his music and they like, the bops that he puts out, etc. Like, I don't think they were really invested in regards to...
I think it's weird, all the different type of music fans we have. People who care about the artist itself and the people who just care just to listen to music if it's good or not. I think that's interesting, because I can't separate the art from the artist.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, I boycott Drake.
Okay.
I'm boycotting Nicki right now. Kanye.
Did we talk about your boycotting Nicki?
Can we?
Yeah, like, you used to be...
Yeah, I used to be a huge Nicki fan.
Didn't you just go see her in concert?
I had already bought the ticket. Like, the ticket was $200. I'm not giving it away and I'm not selling it.
Okay, alright. I was about to resell. Wasn't that like in spring?
It was in February,
okay,
yeah. But I had already bought the ticket, so... It was a group thing, so I went with my friends. Yeah, she was like 2 hours late.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that was wild. But, okay, boycott. Concert site, ticket was bought. Because, one, she is married to someone who sexually assaulted somebody. And then she built her brother out of jail and did the same thing. Now that was already kind of iffy, that's her brother, whatever. But then to marry someone who did that as well, it's like, okay, this is the example that you want to set. So
it is interesting because it's like with her having that attitude towards a lot of female rappers in terms of like she's so superior, which to a degree she is somewhat superior to them because she kind of carved a path for them to be successful.
It's a difference. You can hold that title.
I guess, yeah, but not necessarily feel like you're better than them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think she goes out of her way to be rude to like new artists, like
okay. I was about to say, but what's the difference between what she's doing and then Kendrick? Because people literally people say he's King Kendrick.
Kendrick didn't marry someone.
I'm not talking about that.
I can't separate the two, but
okay,
it's like for me. And Kendrick has like featured on like different different songs with different artists.
Yeah. I'm not taking, even if Kendrick does think he's superior, I think he's earned every right to think he is, so I'm not saying like that's a bad thing.
And I think what's different is like Kendrick, he'll put out the beef within the song. Mm-hmm. Nicki will start Twitter wars.
That's another thing. That's another thing I respected so much about the battle is like Kendrick said everything within his art. Like he didn't put out a tweet. He didn't put out an Instagram post. He didn't really post a picture about a red button. Like it was just.
He said what he needed to say. Like he didn't need to be relevant.
Okay.
He just put it out there. Nicki will do stuff to continue to be relevant, and I think it's because her music is not as good at what it was at some point.
Do you think she's being blackballed?
I think she should be.
Whoa. Why?
This blackballed is like when they take you like out of Hollywood or whatever.
They don't grant you the same access and resources to reach the level of people, fame, opportunities.
Because she's not a good person.
But come on, it's Hollywood. When has morality ever been?
I think there should be a change. I think we're starting to change. You see that with Diddy right now, and I think we should continue on this path.
I don't really think that's a morality thing. I think he's perceived as a fall guy for something so much bigger.
Well, I can't wait till that's revealed in another 20, 40 years.
That's a very good point. You see Jay-Z just got caught in it too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I do think it's unfortunate for Blue Ivy. That's not her fault, and he showed up to her premiere and put that like image on top of her. And she's like the same age as the girl. Well, I think he shouldn't have showed up to her premiere the day after
the allegations.
Yeah. I think that's kind of messed up. That it was supposed to be her day.
Okay.
He should have just like celebrated afterwards in private.
Okay. Because it's like, my thing is like, if you're going to rope in Blue Ivy, I mean, she's a child. If anything, I would rope in.
I would not, but unfortunately there are articles about it.
Yeah.
And the headlines are, Jay-Z shows up to Blue Ivy's premiere amid these allegations.
Okay.